Myanmar Tzu Chi volunteers bring love to senior residents and HIV children in Yangon. And we look back to the origin of the firework performance on Taiwan's National Day. Welcome to the headlines. I'm Wendy Chen. Thank you for joining us. First up in Myanmar, Tzu Chi volunteers visited a group of children with HIV who are living in a shelter located in the suburbs of Yangon. Later, the volunteers also brought their love to a nursing home where they prepared delicious meals for the senior residents there.
Learning that Tzu Chi volunteers will be telling stories, these kids are all excited and join everyone in songs. These children are all HIV sufferers. When hearing of AIDS, most Burmese are still full of intolerance and misunderstanding. However, what these children need is a hug, not discrimination. Today, Tzu Chi volunteers not only arrive with instant noodles, but also genuine care and love. As well, the volunteers visit a local nursing home where they invite senior residents to join them in songs. And then they follow with a massage, nail trimming, and the gentle application of herbal cosmetics, making the seniors' faces bright and shine.
We are very happy you bring us laughter. We'll live in this nursing home. As long as there are people visiting us, we are happy.
Among the volunteers is also a 72-year-old senior who can relate to these care recipients.
They want us to come here more often if they said the noodles are delicious.
The vegetarian noodles were prepared by the volunteers early in the morning to meet the seniors' dietary needs. They thoughtfully treated the ingredients and made sure the texture of the food was soft and tender. Touched by the volunteers' consideration and thoughtfulness, the senior residents are reluctant to see the volunteers off. When it's time to say goodbye, the seniors already start to look forward to their date of reunion.
The Indonesia Tzu Chi chapter recently held a rice distribution at Angke village located in West Jakarta, helping a total of 3,200 households. This time the event was also joined by the mayor of West Jakarta, Fatal Hila, who helped care recipients carry their heavy bags of rice home.
Carrying a bag of rice on his shoulder is the mayor of West Jakarta, who joined this most recent rice distribution held by the Tzu Chi Indonesia chapter.
The aid distribution held by Tzu Chi was very organized. Everyone waited patiently for their turn to receive the rice. This is something that we can learn from Tzu Chi. Thank you.
Other than being joined by the mayor, 18 teachers from Indonesia Tzu Chi School were also present to contribute.
Many of our teachers participated in today's event, and I saw smiles on their faces. Everyone was very happy to be a part of the rice distribution.
Today, many volunteers are here to contribute their strength and love as they hope to offer their blessings and encouragement to the recipients. For many of those living on the fringes of society, to sleep on a full stomach is only a dream.
I can finally cook rice for my grandchildren and take some of the burden off my children's shoulders. I won't have to purchase rice for my family for a while. Thank you for distributing this rice to us.
This is Listina, who makes a meager income from washing clothes. With Tzu Chi's rice in hand, she's able to purchase other types of food for her family.
Thank you so much. I hope Tzu Chi volunteers can continue their good work. I hope in the future I can receive more help from Tzu Chi.
This time, 3,200 bags of rice were distributed, giving 3,200 households the chance to put more food on their tables.
Staying in Indonesia in 2003, Tzu Chi established schools in Aids.I village, giving children that used to live along the Angke River the chance to receive quality education with low tuition fees. Through love and humanistic teachings, these children have broadened their perspectives of the world.
My name is Ibnu and I'm 11 years old. Currently, I'm a 6th grader at the Tzu Chi Great Love Elementary School.
Setiap pagi jam 6 saya jalan kaki.
Every morning, I walk to school with my younger sister, who is in grade 1 right now.
Setelah tiba di kelas biasanya.
When I arrive in class, the first thing I will do is to chat with my friends.
6:30 nilai pelajaran saya paling senang.
And we will wait until it is 6:30 a.m. My favorite subject is math and the religious studies. I like to go to school because it is more fun than staying at home, and I have a lot of friends here too.
Saya sangat senang sekolah.
I love studying. I have been in the top 10 of my class from grade 1 to grade 6.
Prestasi dalam olahraga saya juga sangat bagus.
I'm also very good at sports such as running and playing ball. I love dancing and had been to many competitions. My favorite sport is badminton, and I hope one day that I will be a professional badminton player. In the future, I want to travel around the globe for competitions.
Were you like Ibnu, who is already filled with goals even at such a young age? However, in Indonesia, many children are forced to quit their studies due to their family's economic situation. Without the chance to receive quality education, many students are forced to abandon their dreams.
Every year, an average of 4.4 million children drop out of school in Indonesia. For many, being able to study free from worries is only a dream. Although receiving higher education is not the only way to fulfill dreams, quality education does increase the opportunity to success. In Indonesia, children are supposed to receive a 9-year compulsory education, but statistics shows that in reality that is not the case. In 2010, only 66% of the children in Indonesia enrolled in junior high school, 45% went to senior high school, and only 11.5% made it to university.
Kesempatan bagi mereka yang tidak ada, kebanyakan anak-anak.
Most of the children don't have the opportunity to go to college because they all come from low-income families. I think our government should care more about these needy students.
The widening poverty gap in Indonesia not only brings social problems but also means that children are unable to pursue their dreams. 10 years ago, Tzu Chi established schools in the country, giving needy children that used to live along the Angke River the chance to receive a quality education.
We can still afford the tuition at the Tzu Chi Great Love Elementary School. If we have money, of course we want our children to go to college.
Although the Indonesian government has been providing low-income families with tuition subsidies, many impoverished families are still unable to afford the fees for public schools. The tuition for a public school ranges from $7 to $43 per semester, and the tuition for the Tzu Chi Great Love Elementary School is only around $3 to $21 per semester.
The biggest difference between the Tzu Chi Great Love Elementary School and public schools is the humanistic aspect. I think the humanistic class is great because children can learn to develop good behavior and conduct.
Education and knowledge are very important, but when knowledge is used in the wrong way, then it will bring harm to society.
In elementary school, we have been guiding students on the right path. We hope they can think big and pursue their dreams.
Dream may not always come true, but the process is more important than the result.
Hello everyone, what's your dream?
In 2002, other than building the Da'ai village, Tzu Chi Foundation also launched the Tzu Chi schools, providing students with quality education from elementary to senior high school, giving children the chance to receive quality education. Tzu Chi hopes to help these children continue to pursue their dreams.
In Canada on September 28, members of the Surrey School District visited a local Tzu Chi academy to gain a better understanding of Tzu Chi's humanistic teachings. Touched by the words inside the Jingsi aphorisms collections, the educators hope that these words of wisdom could also be taught in local schools in the future.
我大事也用心，我小事也用心，我大事小事都用心啊！
Teachers at the Surrey Tzu Chi Academy use sign language to cheer for each other. Tzu Chi volunteers thank the teachers for their years of dedication. In class, students express their thanks to their teachers by offering them a cup of tea. This is but one of the many etiquettes students have learned here at the Surrey Tzu Chi Academy. Today, members of the Surrey School District are here to learn more about Tzu Chi's humanistic teachings. The educators were surprised to see the close bonds between the teachers and students.
During the conference, they told me that they noticed all the students were very happy. They said that the students were very focused too. I believe it is because our teachers have put a lot of thought into their class materials. They said it is something that they rarely see in regular schools.
At the end of the conference, members of the Surrey School District suggested that these words of wisdom should be more widespread. Now receiving support from local educators, in the years to come, Surrey Tzu Chi Academy will continue to pass on these words of wisdom to students here in Canada.
October 10th marks Taiwan's National Day, and on this day there's always a firework performance to celebrate the occasion. In previous years, the show was handled by the military, as making fireworks is like building signal flares. However, starting in 2004, the job was contracted out to private sectors. Next, we take a look at the origins of Taiwan's National Day fireworks show.
Taiwan's National Day fireworks display is held at Hsinchu's Nanliao Fishing Harbor this year. An area is marked off as restricted as a large crane moves the rockets offshore to floating platforms.
This is the first time the fireworks from the national holiday are being fired from offshore. It will create a very three-dimensional effect.
With the entire nation watching, those running the show are under a lot of stress. But in order for everything to go off without a hitch, contractors have to look to nature to comply.
The tide varies too much. High tide is 3 meters deep, while low tide is completely dry. This type of environment is difficult to work with.
The explosive display of fireworks brings gasps of awe in people of all ages. However, did you know Taiwan's National Day fireworks was originally handled by the military? And such a performance takes a year's planning and 3 months of production.
Up to 1953, the Joint Logistics 44th Factory was manufacturing the fireworks to be used during National Day celebrations.
In 3 or 4 months' time, we usually had to produce up to 8,000 pieces of munitions, sometimes even up to 12,000. Often it was 7 or 8 of us working in a warehouse among the finished products.
The production process was later given to Yilan's Armaments Bureau of the 204th Arsenal's Material Production and Manufacturing Center. Those who started out as privates working on the fireworks are now master sergeants full of experience.
Inside the workplace, we are most cautious of things that can spark. When I work, I will try not to hammer the casings because there is gunpowder in there, and it can easily combust from friction.
The components of a firework are similar to that of a military signal flare. Different chemicals are added to form the colors that we see upon explosions.
The color comes from metal alloys, like for red, we will use strontium compounds. Yellow would be sodium like sodium nitrate or sodium oxalate. Then green would be barium salts or barium sulfate.
Wrapped up tightly in brown paper, as large as a basketball, the round sphere is the finished product. Filling the sphere with different gunpowder or arranging the pattern differently will result in a different type of effect. With advances in technology and computers, Taiwan's National Day pyrotechnics was contracted out to private companies starting in 2004. In half a decade's time, Taiwan's National Day fireworks changed from a symbolic celebration to a large-scale pyrotechnic performance. But what is left in the residents' hearts after the sparks are gone?
A recent discovery made by ecology experts confirmed that the Taiwania contains chemical extract which prevents inflammation and fights bacteria and cancer cells. However, from discovery to extraction to making it into a medical substance will still require years of research. Hence, ecologists are now working to unravel the genetic code of the Taiwania.
Taiwania wood is much softer in texture. This is wood from the afforested area. The younger trees have more colorful streaks.
现在比较少用的原因是什么？
因为我没有木材啊。
We don't have the wood. The old-growth forests have been chopped bare. Now we get our wood from afforested areas, which were planted 30 to 50 years ago. That's why we have this wood.
Taiwania products, due to the scarcity of its wood, have become outdated. Even illegal loggers have become disinterested in exploiting their wood. On the other hand, a tree's value should not be determined by the product it's made into.
那我们走进森林里面，觉得吸到这空气之后，心情好像特别好，是心理作用吗？还是有什么不一样？
对，如果说你要学
Yes, scientifically, we often hear the term phytoncide. Phytoncide is an active substance released by plants to inhibit the growth of microorganisms.
Professor Wang Shenyang and his students are collecting air samples, hoping to unlock the secret of the forest.
Phytoncide is released from the plant's leaves. Once it's absorbed, we will collect a sample and take it back to the lab, after which we will then do an analysis of its composition.
现在在台湾山林里面
We are inside a Taiwania forest, which is high in limonene and terpene compounds. These compounds have natural calming properties. When rodents inhale the compounds, it will put them to sleep for a longer period of time.
所以这边有吊床是故意的吗？
对。
In other words, just merely standing next to a tree can bring us many benefits.
有每一种树都会有每一种特殊的一个气味，
有一个香味，
对，一个香味啊。你现在闻到这个味道，就是那个阿法 Cadino 的味道。
阿法 Cadino。
对，它对一些微生物啦，对了一些东西都有很好的抑制的活性。
Professor Wang discovered that the Taiwania scent contains alpha-cadinol, a compound which prevents the wood from decay and protects it against termites. Another substance, the Taiwanan A, is believed to be cytotoxic against cancer cells. All these substances are in fact metabolites produced by plants.
It works the same way as human perspiration. It constantly releases substances to reduce the level of harm caused by changes in the climate, and subsequently, we humans can absorb these substances, which are beneficial to our body.
These metabolites cannot be obtained simply through chiseling. From its discovery to it becoming a safe medical substance, proper extraction is needed and toxicity verified. It's a process that could take more than a decade. Professor Wang hopes to use academic resources to unravel the genetic mystery of the tree.
为什么这个树呢？
How is it that a tree species can evolve for hundreds of millions of years and still continue to survive on our planet till this day? From studying tree cells and its genetic composition, we can also find out how we humans have evolved.
The Taiwania has provided us with knowledge of the past from information recorded in their genes. If we get to know them better, perhaps we may also be able to unravel more mysteries regarding the origins of all beings.
In response to Malaysia's Million Bodhisattva recruitment campaign, we meet Myanmar Tzu Chi volunteer陈美燕, who has seized every opportunity to share Tzu Chi's ideals with family members, friends, and even strangers as a way to boost Tzu Chi's membership.
这里是给你哦，过你的2个女儿的咯。
Inspired by Tzu Chi's Million Bodhisattva recruitment campaign, Tzu Chi volunteer Chen Meiyan does her best to share Tzu Chi's ideals, even when she is out buying groceries.
Sister Chen talks about how, since human beings are now facing endless natural disasters and man-made destruction, more people are needed to join in doing good deeds.
在这样的善恶拉拔呢，一切都 就是嘛，人多的地方会赢啊，所以啊，人间菩萨招生是非常的重要。
Taking Master Zheng Yan's words to heart, Chen Meiyan vows to recruit more people to become Tzu Chi members.
Whenever there is an opportunity, I will try to share Tzu Chi's philosophy with my friends and family members so that they can have a chance to learn more about this organization and join us.
As Chen goes hiking, she also seizes the opportunity to recruit Tzu Chi members.
Most importantly, we want to recruit your love and compassion.
She does her best to circulate the messages of Tzu Chi among her friends and families. When something touches their heart, they will spontaneously follow in Tzu Chi's footsteps.
As long as you try, there is the possibility to recruit a new member. If you don't, of course, it's impossible.
On behalf of Tzu Chi, Chen Meiyan is one of the NGO's many ambassadors working to attract more members to join them in doing good deeds.
In less than a month, the Hindu holiday of Diwali will be celebrated by Indians around the globe. Tzu Chi volunteers in Malaysia recently took the opportunity to celebrate an early Diwali with their Indian care recipients by putting on a series of entertainment as well as handing out aid supplies.
Care recipients or Tzu Chi volunteers, today everyone wears the traditional tika, symbolizing good fortune and purity. Under the encouragement of Tzu Chi volunteers, the number of children attending this year's event is far more than in previous years. Inspired by the financial support Tzu Chi has given her students, teacher Radha prepared several dances for the event, with the children's costumes being paid for out of her own pocket.
I'm very, very happy because we always like to do something good for the children, right? And when you see the children are so excited, we have to bring out the talent, you see. So in this way, and also they don't have the opportunity to go out to take part in any functions, you see. So in this way, they are so excited. They're looking forward. Every day I can see them in front of my house. They'll be ready.
Many of the care recipients came with their whole family in attendance. Among them were Manny Magale and her husband, who decided to become volunteers and fulfill their dreams of doing good works.
We are thankful that there are people like them willing to work with us and join our ranks as bodhisattvas. It doesn't matter if it's our Tzu Chi volunteers or the local Indian volunteers. We appreciate the help of everyone, as well as how everyone came together to be a part of our big family and help the care recipients enjoy Diwali.
Altogether, 500 care recipients and their families attended the celebration. At its conclusion, the volunteers handed out air packs so that the families can enjoy continued peace of mind throughout the upcoming holiday season.
Back to Indonesia, at the end of today's show, Tzu Chi's love and care has continued over the past few years following the 2009 earthquake in Padang. Today, the establishment of a new office will help spread the organization's seeds of love further. We'll leave you with these images. Thank you for tuning in. Goodbye.